Hello. Hello, everyone, to a late night stream. Well, late for me, probably early for most of you. So first up, a quick hello to everyone here. Hello to June. Hello to Rise. Hello to all the other ones that are in the chat. Yes, I do believe Nebius reports earning this week, along with some other companies as well, which we're going to discuss in just a second. Sagik here asking already about why Google does not move while Meta is up, I think, 20 days in a row or something like that. I agree, it's quite strange, but Meta reported an insane earnings report, in my opinion, good commentary, and Google, just like with Microsoft, cloud was a bit disappointing. Okay, big deal, it's just a buying opportunity to me. Hello to Colin, hello to Sagig, hello to Paul. Hello to Ronin as well. So thank you everyone for joining. By the way, don't forget tomorrow, as always, where is this thing here? Now that I'm here alone again. Tomorrow, as always, lunchtime hour with Jose, we're going to talk about probably the Intel, TSMC, Broadcom, Qualcomm thing, maybe already some little preview on NVIDIA's earnings report. So all of that will be in tomorrow's live stream when we're back with the Semiconductor lunchtime hour. Of course, we can talk about some other stuff as well in this video. I'm so used to saying video, but this is a live stream. Nebius reporting on Thursday. Okay, so we'll cover that. I think Thursday. Let me show you that real quick. Elijah, hello. David, bonsoir. You see, we can speak here in multiple languages actually on this channel. This is a multilingual channel. Maybe Duolingo should sponsor one of these streams here. I bought the Google dip right after the earnings report. I think you can see that also on the public portfolio. So let me real quick show you what's going on this week. So this is basically it. A pretty boring start of the week, to be honest, pretty boring. Good evening, Gary. Hello, Todd from California. Hello, Lisa. How are you doing? Do you use options? No, to be honest, I know I've been saying this for quite a while, but I do wish to learn more about options, especially selling puts, just to generate also some kind of income stream, or just buy more shares of companies that I want to. That's why. Dookie Pie, hello. So basically, Tuesday, nothing that interesting other than Arista, right? Unless there's something that's not on the list here. Then we've got on Wednesday before the market opens, we've got Etsy, Garmin, Wix, Fiverr, Global E. I don't know which one I'll cover before the market opens. I don't even think I'll have time before the market opens. But after the market closes, the only one that I will be looking at is Toast. I was completely wrong on that one. Completely toasted. This was a funny joke. No, not really. This is like a dad joke. But yeah, Thursday is way more interesting. Thursday before the market opens, we've got Alibaba. I'll for sure cover that. Then Walmart, Unity. I don't think I'll cover those. Maybe we will probably talk about Unity during the Thursday live stream with Jose. I think we'll talk a little bit about that. Then after the market closes on Thursday, we've got Mercado Libre, Rivian, Block. I believe there's also Grab on Wednesday. I don't know why, but everyone on X, every other post on X is not talking about Grab. I know in the last 24 hours, that thing has just blown up on X, which is quite crazy. Remember, we talked about Grab in November. So yeah, Thursday after hours is really a fun one for me. To be honest, Mercado Libre is one that I wish we see something like the trade desk, like a huge crash, 20+%, because this one is really one that I just want to own way more of. Like a one-time miss or something like that, and the stock goes down 20%. I love to see that. Rivian, this is supposed to be their first gross profit positive quarter, right, for them. So it could be that Rivian pumps on that report. Could be a good trade if you want to play that. Block is one I'll cover because I've been covering Block for, I think for 5 years now. So we'll definitely cover that. I don't own the shares anymore, but definitely a company that's interesting, trading at an interesting price as well. So we'll do that. And yeah, I think Grab is on Wednesday night or something like that. So yeah, that's basically it. It's a pretty strange week, especially since Monday was a president. Well, today is a President's Day, so nothing crazy going on. The week after that is a crazy one. The week after that is, I think, what do we have? Well, we have SMCI's deadline. We have Nvidia's earnings report. So yeah, that's going to be a pretty interesting one. Let's see what we got. Alibaba, yeah, Alibaba, let me pull up maybe the stock chart, because Alibaba for me has been one heck of a performer already this year. Let's do this. Alibaba year to date is up. Maybe I should zoom in a little bit. It's up already 46.8%. That's crazy. Finally, right? Finally. Alibaba got reintroduced in my public portfolio a couple of months ago at the end of 2024 because I kept on saying the same thing. 2025 is the contrarian trade year, blah, blah, blah. And finally, I get some nice recognition from Alibaba. So I'm quite happy with that. Hopefully they don't screw it up with the earnings report, but we'll see. What did I miss here? Correct. It did drop under 1700, but I think I was on a plane during that day. It's like it was just a 1-day drop, and then the next day it was back up. So I missed that. Hopefully I get another chance. Any thoughts on Novo Nordisk? Novo Nordisk, to be honest, I know everybody's talking about HIMS, right? HIMS has been on it's the best performing stock this year already, it's up 140, probably a little bit more than that this year. I think the last month or so, this year, the 117% that we've seen in the last month, I think this is the start of a little squeeze, in my opinion. Novo Nordisk to me I'm not biased here because I don't own any, but to me is a much stronger business that is trading at a very, very cheap multiple, and even valuation wise it's very, very attractive. I just don't own it because I mean, if I started buying every company that I like, then I'll just have way too many positions and not enough money in each of those. Evolution AB is another one that I've talked about a lot, and that stock also doesn't really move much. Valuation wise is just super, super attractive, super attractive for a recovery play. So if I were to choose a recovery play, another one, it would probably be this one. I know it's gaming and stuff like that, might not be interesting for a lot of people, but I think it could be an interesting one. Thomas here, thanks for catching the stream, by the way. What are your thoughts on less sexy stocks and more recession-proof companies? For example, I've been looking at the beauty sector, Estee Lauder and L'Oreal. I mean, I've talked about all three of them, Estee Lauder, Elf, and L'Oreal, I think a couple of months ago, and I kept saying the same thing. If you want to have exposure to that sector, it might not get you the same growth as Elf. L'Oreal, to me, is a no-brainer. If you like that, if you want to have that exposure. Again, we don't need to have exposure to each and every sector, right? So yeah, that's that. Let's see. I bought Evolution. I guess you wrote this before. I touched on that, so hopefully that that answers the question. What do you expect from New Holdings? So New Holdings is also reporting soon, I think. No, New has been performing. I mean, look at that recovery since the low tens, up 30%. Very, very good. You might say, oh, why didn't you buy? You like the stock? Yes, I know, but I like other stocks that I own more. So there is that. Maybe I'll just put up this for a second. So this is what we are working with. Evolution AB trading in the United States. Maybe no. I think you'll have to. I think you'll have to buy it in Swedish kronan unless there is a USD equivalent. But I'm not sure. Bookings is an amazing company. I mean, we've seen the Airbnb earnings report more recently, right? Very, very good report. Bookings is an amazing company. I don't know if they're going to follow the same trend as with Airbnb. I don't know if actually Expedia reported earnings, so let me check that, because you can usually see the trends, right? If Expedia reports good earnings, Airbnb good, then probably Booking is going to be a good one as well. But I know I'm saying this as a definitive conclusion, but I've been wrong before. So yeah, Expedia did report already. Well, it's at $202. I remember making a video about Expedia at 117 or something like that. I even did a reverse DCF, said it was priced for zero growth, and then there was that jump because there were some rumors that Uber wanted to acquire that company or something like that. But yeah, that's not going to happen because, by the way, the Uber CEO was previously at Expedia. Baos, good evening to you as well. Oh, this is a very interesting question, right? Let me pull up the fintech portfolio. Well, portfolio, just the names that I'm tracking here. Why shouldn't I get rid of PayPal and convert it into SoFi? Well, to be honest, it's up to you, no? It's me, I own both of them. I own both of them because one, I think SoFi will be a huge, huge winner in my portfolio in the future, despite what some people think in the short term, whatever. And two, PayPal is still extremely undervalued in my opinion. I believe in Alex Chris and the turnaround, and I think we're going to see PayPal in the triple digits in the future. It's not financial advice, that's just me and where my money is at right now. These are my fintech, pure fintech, we can call it, plays right now. Of course, I have Mercado Libre, so there is Mercado Pago to that. So, but yeah, PayPal, SoFi, I think will be pretty big winners for me in the future. No, I've seen you before. I've seen you before. I don't hate SMCI. I don't hate SMC. I think it's a very important business in the semiconductor industry. I just don't trust whoever deals with the 10Ks and the 10Qs. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Like I said in the other live streams, if they file on time, this thing doubles, and it's not even close. So there is that. Okay, there is one company in Europe, especially in Germany, that some folks have been asking about, and that's Rheinmetall. I don't know which ticker I should choose. Probably this one. Let me find that comment. Anton, is this you? Is this the right ticker? I guess this is in dollars, so maybe in euros? No, it's even worse. It's even worse. Okay, so this company has been performing extremely well. If you don't know what they do, they basically provide mobility and security technologies worldwide. The company operates in 5 segments: vehicle systems, weapon and ammunition, electronic solutions, sensors, and actuators, and materials and trade. I mean, revenue growth has been steady in the last couple of years with some acceleration expected. I guess I'll have to do a second video about European companies. I guess I'll have to do a second video about that. Because there are definitely some interesting companies in Europe, as we've discussed previously. Of course, you have the huge one, right? The ASMLs, the L'Oreal, the Ferraris, LVMH, Airbus, blah, 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 Novo Nordisk, etc., etc. So we'll see. We'll see. What price is Nebusa? You know, this one, sometimes I'm just too smart and stupid at the same time, right? Because I've talked about Nebius before people knew what the company was about. And I don't know, the next day, the stock was up 10-15% or so. Then I talked again about Nebius when it crashed 37%, right, on that DeepSeek Monday. And look at what happened since. I mean, it went from $26 to now $44. And I didn't even do a trade position or something like that, because I just added more to Micron and to the other companies that I already had in my portfolio, just to increase the position, because, well, their stock price went down as well. But it was a no-brainer, so hopefully people gained something from my videos, because I certainly didn't gain anything from that. So yeah, I think the next time I make a Nebius video, you should expect the stock to go up even more, because yeah, I guess I move the markets now. I heard a rumor you only use this accent for the podcast. Well, I don't know. Obviously, I speak multiple languages, so I don't know which accent I'm using right now, but I can use multiple accents if you want to. I can use multiple accents. I'm pretty good with accents, I think. Let's see. Yeah, Celsius. When is that company that I'm down close to 50% on reporting? Let's see. Celsius. In March. Okay, we still have time. 6 down revisions, EPS down revisions. So the expectations with Celsius are already quite low. But of course, lower can go lower, as you can see on this stock chart right here. I'm laughing, but I'm crying on the inside. I'm crying on the inside. I am very much aware of First Solar. I think I'm also one of the only ones that has talked about First Solar and that has said that it's quite cheap, especially if you want exposure to energy players that are not Enphase, right? That are not residential and these types of things. I see it's gone down even more. It's expected to grow quite quickly in the next coming fiscal years. So yeah, if you want exposure to that part of the energy industry, I would definitely have a look at First Solar. Let's see. Novo Nordisk, like I said before, I like the company. Of course, now with RFK, there's still going to be some uncertainties, what can happen, what cannot happen. But I don't think that's going to impact it that much, to be honest. Still a great company. I don't know, to be honest, I don't know how much longer HIMS can do what they're doing with their compound drugs. So yeah, we'll see. Plus, of course, HIMS is way more than just a GLP-1 substitution. The business offers more than that. Ace of Kings, this is Seeking Alpha, which now that you remind me, if you want, you can use my code in the description. I think you get $30 off. I wish 30%. I wish, but no. We did a huge promotion for Black Friday, which, by the way, you helped me out a lot during Black Friday. So thank you very much to that has been using my links. I think you generated quite some revenue for me. So thank you. J'ai l'accent français, en effet. No, I do not want to get cancelled, but I can promise you that I can do that accent. I've watched Simpsons enough times in my life. Apu has taught me how to do that accent. Shumi is the GOAT. Yeah, Shumi is the GOAT. Unless Max Verstappen wins enough. But yeah, so far Shumi is the GOAT. Let's see. Texas Roadhouse is more of a Joseph Carson type of stock, so I leave it to him. He's the professional that I will show you the performance of that stock, because that has been insane. I mean, congrats to him for finding this one, because look at this. In the last 5 years, this thing has grown 167%. You would think it's an AI restaurant company, but no. It's just people that like to eat good food, I guess. So good performance, good company. Okay, are you get a little timeout, because you're extremely annoying with your comments. There is free speech in my chat, but sometimes you do get punished and put in a corner. Maybe I do need some moderators. Let's see. I lost my train of thought now. Will you add Lyft to your portfolio? Will you add Lyft is another one of those companies I've talked about a lot recently, because there's also just a huge disconnect with this one. Even though I own Uber, I know people say, "Oh, why just?" I know I like Uber, and if Uber presents even more opportunities, I'll add even more to that. But the disconnect with Lyft right now is just very big. They turned profitable. It's growing. They have an autonomous play as well. I think the market is just not understanding the business just yet. So I guess you'll have time. I just don't know if I'm comfortable opening up more positions in the portfolio right now. Starbuccaneers in the house. Hello. A long-time viewer of the channel. A very long-time viewer of the channel. Yeah, 100K is actually getting pretty close. 100K is getting very, very close, actually. I think tomorrow I'll reach 80,000 subscribers, which is pretty crazy. Which is pretty crazy when you think about it. When we get closer to 100K, I'll just do a super, super long live stream, and we'll see. Hopefully we reach it during that live stream, because I really don't want to be live for 24 hours and not reach it. So yeah. Heinzie is back. Heinzie, by the way, what has happened with the Finance Junkie podcast? Why aren't we going live anymore with Carlos once in a while? I think we should be going back once in a while. I do want to discuss Uber versus Tesla with Carlos again. Should be fun. Thank you, Eli, or Ellie, probably Eli. Am I looking to buying the dip? No. I mean, I had the TradeX before. It was a very good performer for me. But no, no interest in reopening up a position in that stock. I mean, it's a tremendously well-run company. This dip was warranted. It was a very, very expensive stock. Very expensive stock. And it did miss, first miss in 8 years. I guess you get punished, right? You go down 34% in 1 week. So yeah, for those that still hold it, I guess this is a buy the dip opportunity, or maybe it can go a little bit lower, because even now at $80, it's not the cheapest stock out there. Far from it, actually. So yeah. Hello. You can come in later. That's fine as well. Everybody's welcome here to come early or late. All is good. Let me actually check if I can. I'm still not. I mean, I'm on YouTube for so long, but I'm not really a good live streamer, I think. So let me figure this one out first. Let's see. See if I can find. Poof. Lisa, you get a wrench. And now I have to find June. They should give people a hammer, not a wrench. A hammer, a ban hammer would be better. Okay, June is not here. If June is here, write something in the chat so I can put the wrench next to your name. Going back to the chat. I'll tackle these two here already. Thoughts on Honest Company and thoughts on ELF. If I had to choose between one of the two, I'll probably choose ELF because it's a faster grower, a bit more interesting. Honestly, I'm not interested at all. Not interested at all. Hi V, first time chatting here and enjoying your content. Thank you very much. Hopefully I am a good entertainer / informative host. Did you notice the cup and handle that Katos has on the weekly? You're a great live stream. Oh, thank you very much. I did not. I mean, it's been a while since I looked at Kratos. I know it's gone up recently, or actually it's gone down recently. So I've seen it, a month ago. No, I did not. I started looking at Kratos and the other one, AeroVironment, as a defensive / drones play, but I quickly understood that I'm going to lose interest pretty fast with those ones. Interesting companies. June is here. Great. Poof. Moderator. Voila. Congratulations. You got promoted. Any news on Micron? There is. Well, it was at $100 at one point last week, which I was like, yeah, finally back to the $100. But to be honest, this one, there was a chat with who? With Wolf Research. They did talk a little bit about. Let me see if I can remember what they said. Was it? Let's see. Okay, so they said this. In school, my brain did not work as intended, but it does seem like right now in the stock market, it works even better than before. So the stock went down initially when this was mentioned. They said we now see third quarter gross margins to be lower by a few hundred basis points sequentially. This is primarily due to a higher mix of consumer-related or consumer-oriented mix in fiscal Q3, lower CQ, which is calendar year one consumer-oriented pricing, and overall or broader NAND industry conditions. So yeah, don't be surprised if we see a hit in gross margins, but all in all, they're still very, very positive and bullish on the long term of the company and of HBM. So that's basically why I'm very much in Micron right now. So voila, that's it. Neil, an unfair question. Unfair questions. Interesting. Just to get your focus. If you could only own one stock, which one stock would you own? Interesting. So my number one position, as you know, in the core portfolio is Tesla. But if I could only have one stock and sleep well at night, it would probably be something like an Amazon, which is the number two position in the core portfolio. It would probably be an Amazon, yeah, because it's just an amazing company. Maybe even Mercado Libre, but Amazon, I like it a bit more because of the cloud play and all the rest. What do you think about Nebius? Well, I like it a lot. I like it a lot. I just don't own it. I just help others own it at a very good price. Thoughts on all the grab hype? I don't know. Man, this is crazy. I've never seen something like this. Like literally in the last 24 hours on X, every other post is grab. It's crazy. This is tea, by the way. Because it's pretty cold. Everyone talks about grab. It's crazy. I know that on the European market, the stock went up, but it's very low volume. So yeah, right now what we're at, just under $5. We'll have earnings, so we'll see. It is very interesting, right? It is very interesting. I mean, I've talked about Palantir since it went public through DPO, but I guess since I sold my position at $70, nobody wants to mention Palantir in the chat anymore, which is strange. You can talk about Palantir. I'll talk about Palantir for sure in the future. My pleasure, my pleasure. Amit's in the chat. The goat of the YouTube live in the financial space. Yeah. If you want a great live stream, you go to his channel. If you want a live stream where you just panicked, your stock is down 20-30%, you can come here and I will calm you down. Grab. I don't know what Grab is, to be honest. I don't know what they do. I don't know why you should buy it. I don't know. Jokes aside, we are going to probably have a live stream on Wednesday, and there's also a Spaces on Thursday. Manuel, hello. I'm late today, but glad to hear. Well, you can be late. We're going to be on for another, 30, 40 minutes or so. No, he didn't stream today because the market is closed. So even he can have a day off. Right? The guy has been streaming 2 times a day for God knows how long. So yeah, he took a day off. Markets took a day off. I guess that's fine. I think you're even streaming sometimes on weekends nonstop. You're crazy. I was about to say I'm also streaming right now on weekends, but it's not Sunday, it's Monday. It feels like a Sunday because the markets aren't open. But yeah. What else? There was one company. What is it called? There is one company from Britain that one of the previous streams, someone mentioned that. It's a company that makes miniature characters, soldiers, or whatnot. It has performed amazingly. in the last couple of years. It's crazy. A new subscriber. Well, thank you very much. Thanks to you, we're now even closer to 80,000 and closer to 100,000. So I really appreciate that. Carlos, why aren't you showing up here? Ah, voilà. First time here, love the channel, merci. Well, merci à toi. Thank you very much. Thank you. SRG, what do you think about European military defense weaponry company stocks? So we did talk a little bit about Rheinmetall. So that's one. If you have other names, please mention them in the chat. You guys can mention as many companies as you want, right? During those live streams, I cover a lot of companies, but I don't know all of them. So the more the better. The more the better. The more videos I can make, I guess, the better it will be for you. This is just me on Seeking Alpha. This is not my portfolio of what I own. This is just an easy way for me to track stuff on here. Of course, I also use other platforms, which, by the way, I might have a new partnership to announce pretty soon. I've used them in most of my videos, so I think it could be a good thing. Well, I definitely know it's going to be a good thing. This is a good question. What's the best chance for a multi-bagger in your opinion? Funny enough, on the Fool's live stream today, there was also that question. The best chance for a multi-bagger is just to buy a good company and hold it forever, right? And hold it, maybe not forever, because at the end, if you want a multi-bagger, well, if you don't sell, it's just paper gains, but buy a good company and hold it for a long time, or buy a meme stock and hope for it to go up a lot in a month. Can also work out. Mercado Libre earnings. Good earnings hopefully goes down a lot, so I can buy more. I know I said that with Palantir before, right? I said also good earnings. I hope the stock goes down. This is me being greedy and selfish. And guess what? It didn't happen. It actually went up, way up. Bruno says, hey, Neil, I'm relatively new sub. Just wanted to say you make great content. Any thoughts on quantum stocks? Well, first of all, thank you very much. I like all the new subs here. So welcome. I actually have the list here of some. If it's quantum, I'm just staying away from it. Far away. You can make some money. A lot of people made a lot of money in the last couple of months on quantum stocks. I just don't see why I should be buying these things right now. Even at these prices. I don't know, Rigetti is still at 11.8. I don't know. They're still not generating enough revenue for me, still losing a lot of money. So is it Warhammer? The company is a very long name. The stock itself is very expensive, I think. But I do think, yeah, the figures is, I think it's, let me just check that. Yes. It's this one. Okay. Oh, thank you. I couldn't sleep. It's no, not this. Games Workshop Group. It's this one. Yeah. Okay. Todd, thank you. Yeah, it's this one. Finally. Whew. This stock has, I mean, in the last 10 years, it's up 2,433%. It's insane. Look at what they do. I'll show you what they do, actually. And they're not that expensive. How do I do this? And at 100,000 subscribers, I think I can gift myself a new desk studio for streaming. This is what they do. So these little miniature thingies. It's like for pure nerds and geeks out there. But you see, you don't need to buy the next best thing in AI or whatever. Sometimes these types of things also work out quite well, just like this company right here, which also I am the only one that talked about that. Build-A-Bear. You know these little plushies that you can build and put some things inside? Well, Build-A-Bear in the last 5 years is up close to 800%. Yes, you heard that right. And even at today's price, it's not that expensive. It's not that expensive at all. So yeah, there are a lot of those, let's call it boring companies or non-sexy companies, and they are performing very, very well. Very, very well. Actually, if you've been following the portfolio updates on each Sunday, you can see Build-A-Bear on the watch list for a long, long time. I think I added it at $27. I owned it once at 15, sold at 28 or something like that. Well, obviously, it's now at 38, but yeah, it's another good business. Lots of good businesses out there. Of course, you cannot own everything. But yeah, I know that with YouTube, I've been talking a lot about AMD, Advanced Money Destroyer, blah, blah, blah. There's lots of views to get from that, etc., etc. But sometimes I'll have to package the video in a clickable way and talk about interesting companies. Yes, I knew someone was going to make a joke because the ticker is indeed a bit funny, a bit funny. Any airline investment do you? I don't have any airlines in my portfolio. I did talk about one specific companies that again I forgot. This is like a déjà vu. It's one that also has a deal with other airlines, like which one was it? I forgot. Anyways, I don't own any airlines in my portfolio. If I were to go into the airline direction, it's probably going to be something like Airbus, which is another great European company. Very good company. Okay, this I don't know who or what or whatever, but this is something I've seen in my comments. Gorilla Technology Company. What the heck is this? First of all, the ticker symbol is quite funny. Gorilla Technology Company. So it provides solutions in security, network, business intelligence, and IoT tech. Okay, blah, blah. I'm already not interested. There was that other company that, what's his name? David Tepper bought that makes Gorilla Glass on the phone. This is me, by the way, with my grandfather. I don't know if you can see this. That's a much more interesting company, I think. Yeah, I mean, you see, I do want to address this. I do want to address this because I know I'm on YouTube. I know my job is to make sure that people watch the videos. So the title has to be as dumb as possible or as clickbaity as possible with a good thumbnail. I know I've made my post about Felix with the AMD stuff. I still stand by it. And I have watched the video that he made. I obviously follow Jeremy as well, so I know how he works with his titles and videos, which, to be honest, is quite funny, because you would think that the bigger your channel, the more professional your thumbnails are going to be. But his thumbnails right now are straight out of the dollar store, and this is not an insult because it works. It works. It's like very typical to what the direction that he's going with just the thumbnails. Doesn't care anymore, and rightfully so. At 800,000 subscribers, who cares at that point? But it's funny. It's funny that he did go this way. Let's see. But going back to the title thing, I do have to admit that in the last couple of months I did make a push towards titles that are way more interesting and that might not reveal what's inside the video. So more list videos like 4 stocks under $20, under 100, blah, blah, blah. These types of things. I know sometimes it's a bit annoying, and I can see that because I can see the watch time. You're usually during those videos, depending on which company I cover, I can see that the watch time goes down quite a lot. But yeah, that's just the way YouTube works. Do you operate with stop loss, or what is your loss prevention strategy? I don't operate with stop losses. I did so in the past a bit, and to be honest, I got pissed so many times because sometimes the market is volatile, so it triggers your stop loss. You're not paying attention, and then the stock recovers, and you're like, "What the heck did I just gain here? Nothing, right?" I mean, imagine if you had stop losses in those deep seeks and tariff Mondays. Your stop losses would get triggered, and then you miss the recovery unless you're paying attention. But then again, what's the point? I mean, if I own a stock and it's a good one and it goes down, if it goes down enough, I'll just buy it. Markan, I know you've been saying this for quite a while, so I have to respect your comments. So I look at Sony, even though it's isn't it SNE? No. Yes. Maybe not. I don't know. I hate when there are multiple ticker symbols for a specific company. It's quite annoying. But with Sony, I don't know. I haven't looked at it, but apparently they did report not so long ago. Let's see. Let's see what we got. So revenue has been stable each and every year with Sony. Earnings a bit all over the place, I guess, with the PS5 push, now with the new ones, with the Pro, which I'm definitely not going to buy. You know, it took me, when the PS5 got released, I had it in my cart. I went to check out. I pushed pay, puff, sold out. And then I had to wait. How long? 2-3 years, I think, until I got my PS5. Arguably the best console I have owned. The number one console I've owned is a PSP, handheld. It's still the best one out there, by far. Yes, I do think. I do think that it's over is an overused one as well. Is an overused one, but apparently it does work out. Any thoughts on Coke? What? I know I'm in the pseudo capital of cocaine here in Europe. I guess I know a lot of you didn't know this, but yeah, Antwerp, we have a port, one of the largest ones. It's quite a lot of the white stuff that flows through here. Maybe I should just shut up right now, because who knows who's going to come knocking at my door. Coca-Cola Consolidated. What's the difference with this one? Because I know there is the bottling company, I know there's the Coca-Cola company, and now there is this one as well. Huh. Interesting. Okay. That's interesting. I guess right now with Coke, with Pepsi, we're going to have to wait, right? We're going to have to wait because there is like Make America Healthy Again, which, by the way, is a very good thing, because last couple of times I've been to the United States, I'm sorry to say, but first of all, the food is expensive. The healthy food is even more expensive, which doesn't make much sense. And I'm saying this because here in Europe, I mean, you get great food that is quite healthy and not that expensive, in my opinion. Belgian, Gian. Yeah, I am. I can speak French and Dutch and English and whatnot. German, not so much. This is the bottling company. Okay. Are you sure? Is there not like another? Never mind. Never mind. Um, okay, so it is the bottling company. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, inderdaad. Van Antwerpen. You see, for the other guy that wants an accent, I can do some Flemish accents as well. But I rather not. I rather not. How much do you pay in currency conversion when you buy American companies? Good question. I don't know because I mean, all of my portfolio is in dollars, so when I sell a stock, it stays in dollars. Plus, I also earn money in dollars. I have a USD account as well, which, as a European, has been great because the dollar has become stronger in the last couple of years compared to the euro. So that was quite good. There was even a time where I got more euros than dollars. Like, you remember when like for $1 you got a bit more when it went like to 0.97 or something like that. Good times. Good times. You know, the semiconductor industry, I started my YouTube channel almost 5 years ago, because 5 years ago the pandemic started. What a shitty period that was. But I mean, I didn't get accepted to a job, which forced me to do something because I was on the couch, which is why this channel is basically called Couch Investor, right? So yeah, 5 years ago I started. You can watch my first videos. It's actually quite horrible. I basically took my phone and started talking about stocks. But the semiconductor attention, of course, after OpenAI stuff, I guess it makes sense that it went up quite a lot, but I did not expect it to go up that much, like the interest of people. The interest in all of these semiconductors is crazy. But good companies for sure. Then, of course, we've got the fintech hype, right? With Robinhood, with SoFi, and yeah, PayPal, PayPal, whatever you want to call it. Definitely. I mean, I had a good time at the start. At the start, when everything was like, okay, we can now chill for a while. But after a while, you were like, you know what? I'd like to live a little, right? I like to go out, visit friends, travel without all of these silly restrictions. So it was fun at first, but well, it was fun until it wasn't. Let's see. Shop most underrated stock by retail by a mile. Is it? I don't think so. I think it's an amazing company, a very, very good company actually. But I don't think it's underrated. I think a lot of people own it. I know some YouTubers own it, but they don't talk a lot about it. I think Tanner from Future Investing has a big position in Shopify. I think so. I know he has a position. I'm not sure if it's that big, but since he's Canadian, I guess he has to. It's like in the birth certificate. But it's a company. I mean, I talked about it. I talked about the earnings report. It just doesn't get much attention, and that's also the thing on YouTube. Remember, people make videos about things that grab attention. I have plenty of videos of companies that to me are interesting, but clearly only to me. So yeah. I specifically clicked on your video today because it wasn't clickbait. Well, I do want to say one thing, that if my title is clickbaity, I can promise you that I deliver in the video. Because I have never made, I think I've never made a video where a title says A and it doesn't get addressed in the video. Okay, and this was my issue with Felix's BS with the AMD stuff. It's like you cannot say stop everything and buy as much AMD as you want, and then in the video you basically say you don't buy AMD. To me, that just doesn't. That's not going to happen, and doesn't slide or whatever you say. So voila, there is that. I hate internet grifters. I just hate them. Have I talked about Google yet? A bit at the start, but not much. Not much. It's I guess it starts 2025 the same way it started 2024 by underperforming, but still an amazing company. In my opinion, the report was really not that bad. It's an opportunity. You get Google Cloud, you get YouTube, which we're on right now. You still get an amazing advertising business. You get Gemini as the AI LLMs. Some strange things happening in the street. Gemini, great. You get all the research for AI. You get Waymo as a call option, which, by the way, I know a lot of people are talking about, oh, Tesla takes the whole market. I'm a Tesla shareholder. I know they're not going to take the whole market. Plus, Waymo's cars do exist currently. At the time of talking right now, there's probably someone driving or riding in a Waymo that is driving itself. So I'm very bullish on Google, very bullish on that company. And by the way, yesterday I had a very, very nice drive with a refreshed Model 3. Wow, what a car. Amazing drive, really. Smooth, auto park, smart summon, no FSD because we're in Europe, but autopilot does work, which was also fun. I am yet to drive in a Model Y, actually. No, that's not true. I'll take that back. Model X, Model Y I've been. This is non-stock related. Why do I like Chelsea? Well, my love for Chelsea has started over 20 years ago when we played Barcelona in the Champions League, and everybody at school was for Barcelona. And I just had to choose the other one. So in that case, on that night, it was Chelsea. Hi, Brookfield. This is not BN? Yeah, BN. Yeah, it's an amazing company. Again, it's an amazing company. I mean, look at the performance since the start. I've seen a tweet of someone, of course, if you were born back in 19 whatever, and then you had enough money and you put it all in Brookfield, you'd be a multi-millionaire right now. But yeah, this is an amazing company, great management, just the structure, and it's super complex. One other expensive business that I have been following for a long, long time is Axon. Axon is up in the last 5 years, has outperformed a lot of your favorite companies. It's up close to 700%. And it was just such a no-brainer. The market cap was obviously smaller than now, but it addressed a huge issue in today's society, unfortunately. It was like just sitting there. It's not cheap. It's not cheap at all. Hasn't been cheap actually for a while now. But yeah, it's one of those companies. And this is one of the companies I listed in, I think 2 months or so ago. 5 companies that I'd buy if it crashes or something like that. Great company. Yes, if you're watching, please, I mean, if you're chatting, you're probably subscribed. And if you're still watching, maybe hit that like button. Would really appreciate that. What's your opinion on Chris? Is that the guy that steals my titles and thumbnails? I think so, no? I've commented on a couple of his videos. Like literally once I go on YouTube and I see a title AMD gets downgraded again or something like that. Exactly my title. And then I look at the thumbnail and I'm like, wait a second. It's my thumbnail, and he basically put his face on top of mine. I'm like, what the heck is this? This doesn't make any sense. So I commented on that video, and now he basically takes the thumbnail, puts it in his thumbnail, puts his face in front, but you can see my whole face and the thumbnail, but he still steals my titles. Of course, it's not copyrighted, the titles, do whatever you want, but yeah, I mean, his whole channel is just basically him reacting to my videos, I think Jose's videos, and some others as well. So yeah. Plus, he sent me an email to ask if he can join Jose's and my stream, like on Tuesday and Thursday. I'm like, the nerve on this guy. Like, what the heck? Ugh. Anyways, now you get my opinion on him. I mean, you want to react to my videos? No problem. But I don't know, at least use another title, at least use another thumbnail, and don't make your whole channel just a reacts channel to someone else's videos. Like, come on. And I know he does credit my video in his description, like a video I react to, but it's all the way down the description. Some people. Oh well. Let's continue here with the stock stuff. Clutch and stick, yeah. It's exactly that. And I think they made an acquisition of a small drone company as well, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe I am mistaken, but I don't think so. But yeah, it's that company. And yeah, Drogba is the. I mean, if Drogba was striker, even today at 40 plus years old, he'd probably be the best striker at the club. Actually, don't get me talking about Chelsea right now. I'll get even more pissed. Let's see what happened last week still. Apple is still at 244. That's just crazy. That's crazy. No, but a Reacts channel, fine. Where no, actually, no, not fine. But YouTube doesn't do anything unless you do not add any value to the video. Because I know I've seen a couple of his videos where he reacts to my video. I know it's a lot of technical analysis stuff and blah blah blah. So he does add way more than just watching my videos. But I don't know, make an effort at least. And yeah, I agree. This was exactly what I thought. I'm like, am I this big already that people have to react to my to my videos? Apparently. But May 11th, I turned 31, and I told myself before my birthday I need to get 100,000. So we have 20,000 more to go. Hopefully we can get it done. What about Serve Robotics for short term? To be honest, it's a very interesting company, just very expensive. It went up a lot because of that NVIDIA investment, and of course it went down a lot because of that non-NVIDIA investment anymore. But I just don't like these things. The same with SoundHound. SoundHound also went up, and to me, SoundHound doesn't really have a moat. But Surf, even after that 40% crash, is still very expensive. Good concept, and by the way, I indirectly own it because of Uber, so I guess there's that. Okay, so Celsius said for Axon, yeah, drones for firefighting. Okay, that could be cool. I think I've seen some videos about that. So yeah, it's an amazing company. Oh no. Raymond is a Brighton supporter here. For those that don't follow the Premier League, we basically got our asses kicked by Brighton twice in 1 week. Twice in 1 week. Jackson sucks. You know, he could have scored way more, especially in December. I think his expected goals were like 8 and he scored 0. So he does suck, but at least he puts in the effort, unlike Nkunku. So yeah, I guess there is that. But going back to this, I don't understand how Apple is still trading at such a high multiple. It's barely growing. I just don't know. I just don't know. I don't understand. Don't get me wrong, amazing company. I don't know how much free cash flow these guys are printing each every quarter, but yeah, the market is very comfortable giving Apple such a high multiple. But when we're talking about PayPal, it's like, nah, forget about it. Forget about it. Do you see many people investing in Belgium or not? Not much, but to be honest, Belgium as a whole, if you take an average, it's one of the wealthiest country out there, believe it or not. Like Belgians save a lot of money. So they save a lot, they don't spend that much. It was not that expensive here before. It's getting a bit more expensive, definitely. The country has to figure out something because it's definitely not going the right way. But are they investing? To be honest, I don't know. Probably some. I don't know what the percentage is. Elf comment. I don't know if you watch my Elf earnings video. I guess you'll get my thoughts on Elf. It did recover a little bit, I guess, since it was in 63, 64 or so. It's interesting. Still some question marks with regards to tariffs, with the TikTok stuff, etc., etc. It's not my thing. Okay, it's not my thing. I can see the appeal. It's still growing quickly. So it's still a very loved brand. I mean, I asked the question in the Elf video. Some people say that their daughters like it, their girlfriends, their wives, whatever. So I guess they're doing something right because they're definitely taking market share in the last couple of years. So yeah, just not my type of company. I mean, I don't know. I don't wear makeup, as you can see. My eyes are beautiful as is. So yeah. Oh, I remember. No, not 12th of May. 12? 9. Oh, wait. It's 19th. May 19th. 11, because I would have remembered if it's 12, because I'm born on the 11th, not 2012, 94. Do you think we are witnessing no, with SMCI, look, it's very simple. It's that fiscal year 26, $40 billion guidance that they gave. So we'll see. We'll see. I mean, remember, they also gave us great guidance for 2025, and that guidance got taken down by $5 billion. So we'll see. It's pretty simple. With SMCI, we can very quickly go to $100 if they file on time. Very quickly. Like this thing is trading, it has a market cap of $28 billion. It's expected to generate close to that this year. So yeah, trading at one-time sales should be a little bit more than that. It's a bet. It's a bet. It's a bet that you'll get an answer in a bit over a week's time. I only watch Portuguese teams during the Champions League or Europa League. I don't have a favorite team. Like I watch Benfica, Porto, Sporting. I know in Sporting there is I think the Bast is still playing there. I know Bruno Fernandes, which, by the way, apparently a lot of people think I look like him. I think I look a little bit better than him, but he gets to play football as a job and make a lot of money doing so. Unfortunately, he plays for Manchester United and they suck. So yeah. See ya, likability. Good luck with the homework. AMD had an insider buy. Yeah, I know. I saw that. Not much, to be honest. Not much, and I think it was the first buy in many, many, many years. This is a funny one. Belgium is like an ETF of France, Germany, and Holland. I mean, to be honest, there has been talks in the past couple of years about basically splitting the business, splitting the country in two. Like the northern part, the Flemish, the Dutch part goes to the Netherlands, and the southern part, the French part, goes to France, or just become two separate countries. And then we also have a small on the right side of the country that speaks a little bit of German. And then you have Brussels, which is the capital of Europe, which is basically a garbage bin, which is basically that. Waarom ben je naar België gegaan? So he's asking why I came to Belgium. I am born and raised in Belgium. I was born in Belgium 30 years ago. Well, almost 31 years ago. You know, I do have to find all of the Bruno Fernandes comments, put it in one picture, and just send it to him, and tell him he should come on a live stream. Maybe I'll do that. ETFs. There is this one, right? The Vanguard Total Stock Market Index Fund, ETF, like classic. Can't go wrong with this one. Can't go wrong with this one. Can't go wrong with that one either. It's or the dividend paying one, right? The Schwab US dividend. But I don't know. To be honest, to me, it doesn't make sense right now to buy these ETFs. I did start my investing journey with VOO just because it was a safe thing to do. At around 100 and what was it? Maybe 200, something like that. It's a safe way to start for those that are starting investing. Just buy these types of ETFs and then work your way through individual stocks if you want to, of course. If you want to. If you don't want to, then don't want to. Then don't buy. Because if you buy individual stocks, you have to follow those stocks. If you buy ETFs, it just follows the market or whatnot. Is Kennedy a problem for pharma stocks? Will they drop more? I don't think. Well, yeah, maybe he is a problem to some. The market doesn't like uncertainty, so once we get that out of the way, I guess you can start looking into great companies, because maybe depending on the direction he wants to go, I guess it can hurt certain companies. Yes, Sandy Jimenez from where was it? Feyenoord? I think Feyenoord or PSV. I think Feyenoord. He comes from there. Yeah, he's I've known about him a couple of years ago. I was surprised that AC Milan did get him. While they also got João Felix. They have quite a nice little mix of players right now with Kyle Walker as well. And I know, Loftus-Cheek from Chelsea, Tammy Abraham from Chelsea. Who else? Pulisic from Chelsea as well. So interesting. IGV. Our shares expanded tech software sector. What does it follow? Oracle, Salesforce, Microsoft. Yeah, okay, I understand. Okay, not bad. I mean, not bad. Very tech heavy, of course. Good one. Realty income, yeah. This one has really not moved. It's back close to the 50s. This is a monthly dividend player, player and payer. Some say monthly dividend payers aren't great, but yeah, if you're looking for that monthly income and you have a lot of money, then why not? The yield sits at 5.81%, so not bad. Not bad. Yeah, fair enough. Okay. Thoughts on Grab earnings going profitable? What are the expectations? Let's see. I should be break even, no? Yeah. Actually, let's check that. Should be profitable or break even. Let's see. Voila. This is on Coifin, by the way. Most of you probably know it by now. There's also a link below for some discounts. So revenue expected 760.92 million. EBIT still, yeah, like I said, probably going for the break even one. EPS gap 0, so break even, and then EPS non-gap of 1 cent. Yeah. How many analysts are covering this? 27? Wow, that's more than I expected. 27 analysts covering this company, with the average analyst price target sitting 13-14% higher than the price we're at today. So am I looking to make a play with Lunar? No. To be honest, I'm not. I'm done with my plays for now. Intuitive Machines. I know I've seen the announcement. Let's see. Crazy. And this is one of those stocks, right, from the same category that's not that expensive, all things considered. But no, not doing any plays. That's a good question. Good question. Most people that hate Uber probably love Tesla, and then they feel like Uber is a threat. That's the feeling I got with the Tesla Maxis. It's like they hate Uber so much because I don't know. I have a feeling that they're so insecure with their Tesla holdings. It just doesn't make much sense. Like Tesla can be successful with their FSD and autonomous vehicles, and Uber can still exist. It's not this one's successful, the other one is going to die. No. And yeah, plus Uber does own 12.5% of Grab, so I don't get it. Thoughts on Rocket Lab? Well, I'm up over 500% on Rocket Lab, so I like it very much. I like it very much. What will happen after the earnings call and the earnings report? I don't know. Whatever happens, happens. I think the big move will happen after the Neutron launch. Until then, we'll see. Until then, we'll see what happens. Aha, finally. a question about the almighty Palantir. So, what do I think about Palantir's 400 PE? To be honest, I couldn't care less about Palantir's PE because a PE metric is not really a metric I would focus on that much, especially not with these types of companies. You have to look at their free cash flow growth, free cash flow margins. I mean, the rule of 40 for Palantir is already a rule of what, 80 now, over 60 for the year. So the PE here to me is not really a metric to look at. I mean, 12 months plus ago they weren't profitable, so still quite early in the E journey. And it's not just for Palantir; it's for a lot of other companies. I've said that with AMD as well. A lot of people are looking at the trailing PE for AMD, which is at 100, because well, they were not that profitable before. They've taken a hit because of that acquisition. But if you look at the forward PE, it's much closer to 26, which makes more sense. So yeah, doesn't bother me. I mean, I don't own Palantir anymore. I wished it had crashed, but it didn't. Then I called DeepSeek the team. Yeah, I've seen that. the team of AI. Yeah, that was hilarious. AI is still a race, no matter how many people are running DeepSeek on Tenstor and desktop. Yeah, I've seen. Did I watch? Yeah, I watched I think a clip of that, of when he mentioned that. It was funny. Any recommendations on AI stocks other than Palantir? Well, what do you mean by AI stocks, right? Because everything's AI these days, even though you can call it a SaaS company, you can call it a cloud computing company. So yeah, AI stocks. I don't know. To me, Adobe. What is Adobe? Adobe is a SaaS stock, but also AI, I guess, right? I did rebound from their lows back in January, 408. I also launched a new video tool that should compete with Sora. Actually, I wanted to make a video about Adobe, Snowflake, and another company. I completely forgot about that. Should do that. So yeah, Adobe definitely gains from a DeepSeek type of moment for sure, because inference and all of that becomes cheaper, better for them, especially if they want to monetize their AI credits. Snowflake, by the way, Snowflake, I don't know if you remember, but Snowflake last year, they said they were one of the first ones that said that they're going to slow down their investments in GPUs and all of that until they see a good return on investment. And I think it's going to pay off. I think it's going to pay off. In the last 6 months, the stock has run up quite nicely, especially after the last earnings report. So Snowflake being another one. I think Salesforce could be a good one as well, quite steady. What else? Yeah, you've got the ServiceNows. It's not the cheapest one either. Big Bear AI, I wouldn't touch. To be honest, I have a feeling that this one is also one of those meme stocks that have started to fly extremely high. I know it got some deals here and there, but I don't feel it. Please check Opal Fuels. Engages in the production and distribution of renewable natural gas for use of a... Okay, this is not my thing, but since you've asked this a couple of times, I guess I'll have to look at it. It's growing quite rapidly. Let's check it here. Opal, like Opel, the car, the brand. So it does seem like revenue. What the heck is this? It's super cheap. It's like 1.9 times PE, forward PE. This is crazy. Like small market cap, low PE, revenue is expected to grow quite rapidly in the coming years, EPS as well. So what's the catch? No, not this. Strange. Oops, you don't see it all. Voila, much better. Very strange. Yeah, Atlassian is another one, which I talked about in another video. Ticker symbol team. My thoughts on Nebius. I've talked about Nebius twice on the channel before it became a popular name. I like it. I like it a lot. It did run up a lot, but I mean their growth assumptions and goals are quite something. If they can achieve it, that's it's quite amazing. But I guess we'll have to wait a couple of extra days to hear more about that. But this Opal Fuels thing is is quite interesting. Let me check one extra thing. Yeah, so who mentioned this? Ernest. If you know more about this business, can you explain to me why it's like this? Why is it so cheap? Why is it at a forward P of 1.9 while growing so fast? It just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Thoughts on Basic Fit? Who made a? I saw someone talk about it on X more recently. I forgot who, but I didn't look at. First of all, I didn't even know they were public, so there is that. But maybe I'll check it out. Maybe I'll check it out. In my opinion, keep buying Uber. I mean, I've been buying Uber. I've been buying Uber. What about Qualys cybersecurity? I did talk about Qualys a long time ago. Something going on with their earnings growth. Yeah. Slow growth. Slow growth. I have to check it. Yeah, Yandex. Yeah, Yandex. Nebius, previously known as Yandex, which was basically the Google of Russia. I mean, it took a while until they got listed again on the Nasdaq because of that divestment from Russia. Complete divestment. HQ is in Amsterdam, and all of that. So huge successful team. Very, very experienced. Plus all the infrastructure that they've built, that they're going to build, is very, very crucial as well. So don't sleep on that for sure. Opal missed on their last 5 earnings. Okay. But still very cheap, no? I mean, I understand if they missed on the last 5 earnings, that's why we're seeing something like this. But if you're expected to grow 20, then 31, then 24% year over year revenue, and you're profitable and your EPS is expected to grow above 50%, even if you miss a tiny bit, this is crazy. I don't know. I don't think so. Maybe it might have like an impact on a day or so, but all in all, I don't think it will make a difference anymore right now. Vertif, yeah, I know some people have asked about that. I still haven't looked at the Vertif. Yeah, they reported, no? Yeah, I still haven't looked at what happened last quarter. So I guess we'll have a look at that. More semiconductors talk will happen tomorrow. Whoa. Some people actually thought that this was my real view. I wish I had this couch and this view behind me. Maybe one day, maybe one day. But anyways, I would love to thank everyone that has been joining these live streams. This was like a last minute thing because I didn't know what to talk about anyways in the video. So I thought, man, maybe I'll jump on a stream and engage with the folks. So as always, tomorrow lunchtime, 12:30 p.m. Eastern. If you're in the United States, if you are in Europe, it's 6:30 p.m. Live stream with Jose. Probably going to talk about semiconductors and some other stuff as well. I'll make sure to check out Vertiv so I know what to answer tomorrow. So yeah, green screen fooled. Even though I don't have a green screen, this is basically NVIDIA broadcast. NVIDIA stack is quite amazing. I think I'll try with Jose to maybe do a NVIDIA an avatar of both of us and try and make it work on a live stream. I think that could be interesting. I don't think my PC can can handle it, but we'll try it out. I'll try a couple of things this year. Maybe we'll do something special for the 100K episode / live stream. So we'll see. Anyways, thank you all. See you all tomorrow for another live stream. And thanks to the new moderators of the channel. Congrats on your promotions. And we'll see you in the